Well, good afternoon, all of Bensalem, and welcome to another edition of Restore Honor and Integrity to Bensalem. You're probably wondering, what batch of rants and crazy lies and hate is she going to come up with now? Well, I tell you all the time, I only speak the truth, so here comes some truth. I wanted to start off with dispelling some rumors about my no longer being with the BDO. You know, the Bensalem Democratic Organization, who I would like to refer to as the Bensalem Do-Nothing Organization, because they pretty much don't do anything. And I know that there's going to be a few out there that are going to disagree with me, and they have that right. But I say this because they've had opportunity time and time again to successfully kick out the corrupt criminals that are running this township. But for some reason, they don't take advantage of it. I'm wondering if it could be that there's a few infiltrators in there that are maybe Democrats in name only. People who are very good friends with Republicans who are these staunch Democrats who have this unnecessary and untoward hatred for me and also another person that's been very strong within the Bensalem Democratic Organization. As a matter of fact, was the former chair of it. You know who that is. Because he's a friend of mine, I'm not going to mention that person outright. However, to clear up some things, I'm going to go back to last year when I was falsely accused by Joe Crayer. Yes, Joe, I'm naming you. You falsely accused me of saying in print that another person within the BDO, Bill Stevens, was a plant. I never printed or said any such thing. And for you to even think that, we've got a real big problem here. I basically spoke with someone in confidence that I was informed someone else was claiming this. And I never posted it on my blogs. So for you to even say that it was put in print is the biggest lie in the world. Then along comes Brian Allen, who had the nerve to accuse me of wanting to start the Bashing DiGirolamo Obsessively Club. And at every turn, every concrete piece of information, every concrete way, based on the facts that I presented to the BDO on how to deal with the corruption going on over there. Oh, guess who was the first person to shoot it down? You, Brian. And you know it. I brought up the issue of the budget, and you tried to say we couldn't do anything about it because, they already passed it. It doesn't matter if they passed it. The fact is, they went and put out a budget that was illegal. And I have the necessary proof. There is a statement within, I believe it's the ordinances, that you can't pass an incomplete or questionable budget. And I do have that information, and if anybody wants it, I'll be glad to show it to them. And you should know, Brian, since you were on the council for 4 years, that there were problems Either that or they just didn't tell you for some reason. And I wonder why. Oh yeah, by the way, anybody notice this? I thought I could do some decorating. Now the key thing here is with this, is that all during this, and I do mean all during this, the only person that came to my defense was the former chair of the BDO. The very person who tried to strengthen the BDO to really make it a force for good here within this township. And even you people, certain people within the BDO, have been turning on him. This is a person that's been vilified in more ways than one, and I feel for him. And if it wasn't for him, I would have been completely drummed out last year, but you know what? I wouldn't have minded. But throughout the last year since that happened, I've been really bothered by things. Bothered by the fact that the BDO has become so weak. Yes, weak. It refuses to stand up for what's right locally and getting rid of the corruption that's within our township government. When we had the perfect opportunity last year, we had the election pretty much handed to us, but we never, ever, ever used the ideas that were given to us. You know, the platform that we were given for a third ambulance that would actually bring in money to the township. Apparently, I know that there were certain people that had a lot on their plates, especially personally, so I'm not even going to name them. I'm not going to put them into this because I know what they're going through in a way. I've been there. I know what it's like to lose family members. I couldn't hope to know what it's like to lose them the way that they were lost, though. But the last thing in the world I'm going to put up with is having false accusations made against me. And the biggest thing I'm not going to put up with is having my First Amendment rights denied me. And I started to see this in along the way. And I was really trying to be nice. But when I'm told I'm not allowed to say anything negative about the current President of the United States, I'm not allowed to call him on the carpet for his mistreatment of the Prime Minister of Israel, how he has disrespected the nation of Israel. He claims to be a friend of Israel, but I don't see any evidence of it. And I get a false accusation of making a insensitive racial remark about the Jews, which, again, another false accusation, because there was no way that was a insensitive racial remark. And I believe those people that made that false accusation know that. I stand on that, and I'm making it very clear they happen to be my people. The problem is that 70%, as I said before, 70% of the Jews that vote for Obama, that 70%, they are not Jews that follow the Torah. They're secular Jews. And because of that, they're going to vote for a man who's favoring all kinds of godless things. Yes, I said godless. And I'm not afraid to say it. And because I stood up and said my mind in this area in print, I got a call from Joyce Hadley saying they wanted to drum me out. I told her, save it. I want nothing more to do with you. And I put in writing to Joe Cummins who, I'll give him credit, he has some strengths, but I think he gives into things too easily. And Joe, I'm being really nice right now because I like you still. But I am not going to have my First Amendment rights denied. And that's just not freedom of speech. I'm talking freedom to practice my faith and express my faith. That was the very thing I was talking to you about in the email. The two very things make that. So because of that, I chose to resign. And just so people know, I have been and always will be pro-life, pro-faith, and pro-family. For 22 years, I was a registered Republican, and I made changing to Democrat in 2010. But guess what?
I re-registered as a Republican, but I'm not the corrupt Republicans of this town. I'm a pro-life, pro-faith, pro-family, Bible-believing, born-again Christian, Tea Party Republican. I'm a Tea Party Patriot Republican. And if you guys don't like that, too bad. I am here also with this to put a shout out to any godly individual out there who is pro-life, pro-faith, and pro-family that wants to make a difference, not just in this election, but also locally here, and get rid of the garbage that's in our township, to contact me. I've just gotten in touch with the Lower Bucks chapter of the Tea Party Patriots, and I've been strongly considering, and I'm going to, start forming the Bensalem chapter of the Tea Party Patriots. Anybody that wants to join and help out, have any ideas to contribute, contact me at yaelforyeshua@aim.com or leave a message on any of my blogs. I encourage it. Thanks a lot, and ta-ta for now.